capo. So if you don't have a capo, then the chords are F, A minor, D minor, and A sharp. If you have a capo, the picking for this song that I want to teach you is going to become a little easier. So I want to teach you kind of the picking style that is shown in the piano part of this song, which is very soothing and beautiful, and I tried to implement that on the guitar, and I found that, oh, this is a nice picking style that maybe all of us can learn. So what I'm doing is using these 3 fingers, and we're going to use it like 3 1 2 1. That's the pattern, okay? It's like this. That's the kind of pattern I'm using, and the strings that I'm using are 2 4 3 5, 2 4 3 5, 2 4 3 5, and the fingers are 3 1 2 1, 3 1 2 1. Write that down if you need to, and take it as slowly as you need to, because it's not at all as complicated as it sounds. So let's just do the fingers. Go to your string, the 2nd string and the 5th string. Just place your 3rd finger and thumb on those strings respectively, and go 3 1 3 1. And the 2nd set of the fingers is 2 1. That's on string 3 and 5. 2 1 2 1. Let's do one of each. That's 3 1 2 1 3 1 2 1. And now let me tell you about the strings. Same fingers. The strings are 2 4 and 3 5. 2 4 3 5. So put that together slowly. It sounds like this. Pause that, repeat it, and do it again and again till you get the flow. Okay, don't be like, no, let it be a uniform flow. It doesn't really matter what fingers you're using or how you're doing it, as long as you pick those strings in that timing. Okay, it's a very equal timing. Da, 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 da. Okay, so if you got that, you got the main thing of this entire tutorial. Okay, that's the finger pattern, and those are the strings that we're using for all the chords. You can use different strings according to what sounds good to you. Like initially when I was practicing, I was using these strings, which sounds really nice. But then when it goes to the other chords where I shift down, the picking becomes a little too complicated for me, and then I can't sing while concentrating on the guitar so much. So I'm just staying to those strings right now. You can change that as you like, okay? Okay, let me tell you how many times to play that loop. This picking pattern that I showed you is going to be played 4 times for each chord. So the first chord is E, and we're going to play that 2 3 4. As a little faster in the original track. What you do it as slowly as possible. Do it through all the chords that I'm going to show you, and then speed it up, okay? So the next chord that we're going to do is G sharp minor. Sounds like a big complicated chord, but I am just using 3 fingers. I'm not playing the whole chord, so that's going to be easier for you to learn if you're a beginner. My first finger is on the 4th fret, including the capo, of the 3rd string, and my ring finger and my little finger are on the 2 strings above the first one. So that's the shape that I'm using. I'm not going to play the top string because that sounds a bit weird. Since we are picking the middle strings, it doesn't really matter. So we're going to play the same picking pattern on here. And then from there we go to C sharp minor. How I shift from G sharp minor to C sharp minor? I just move my fingers to where they are. So my first finger comes to the 5th string of the same fret, and my other 2 fingers are also staying on the same fret, but they go lower. They were here and now they go 1 step lower, both of them. So that's the 3rd string and 4th string, and I also need my middle finger, and I keep it on the 2nd string of the 5th fret, which is including the capo, and I'm playing same pattern, same fingers. And then we go to A. Take these like 1st, 2nd and 3rd finger, just like slide them down to A. Same pattern, same fingers. Okay, so those are the chords, and that's the finger pattern and style. What I want you to do now is get the chords like pakka in your mind. Write it down if you have to. Write all these strings down and numbers down and whatever down that is a little complicated to you, and do it slow speed. I want you to do this picking pattern throughout the chords without pausing in between while shifting chords. You get what I mean? So when you're transitioning from one chord to the other, if you're pausing a little or you're glitching a little in your flow, that means you need to slow down and do the entire progression slower. So let's do it all slowly. Okay, we're gonna start on E, picking pattern 2 4 3 5, finger pattern 3 1 2 1. 1 2 3 4 2 3, G sharp minor. Go to C sharp minor. Go to A. Okay, let's focus on the picking now. E. 2 4 3 5. 2 4 3 5. C sharp minor. Two, 4 3 5. Now let's focus on the fingers. 3 2 1 2 3 2 1 2. G sharp minor. 3 2 1 2 3 2 1 2. Last chord is A. Let's sing a little. Voices in my mind that say I'm not enough. This sounds like a very slow-mo music video. Goes on. So the point of why I slowed it down is that you get the flow smoothly while changing chords. That's very crucial. It's not enough to get the picking pattern at the correct speed only on one chord because you have to change chords, right? Another thing is when you're changing chords, as you're ending the loops of the finger pattern, like 1 2 3 4, before you reach the fourth loop, you need to be thinking of the next chord. This will help you shift easier. Your fingers will know exactly what to do and you will avoid that awkward pause between the chords that keeps interrupting the flow. Like, okay, now I need to play G sharp minor. Where are my fingers gonna go? They're gonna go on these frets and these strings. That's one major tip. And singing really helps, or if you can get someone to sing for you at that speed, it'll really help your flow and your timing. If you're a good listener, then you'll be able to gauge how many repetitions without thinking too much about it. So it's gonna come more naturally if you have the singing at least going on in your mind. At least you're listening to Lauren Daigle sing in your mind at a slower speed. Then you're not thinking too much about 1 repetition, 2 repetition, 3. You're just going with the natural flow of the tune, of the melody. And this guitar, whatever we're doing, the picking or whatever, is just backing that up. So that is the verse. It's the same chords throughout the entire song, which is helpful for us to learn. And now coming to the chorus, what I do is this kind of structure.